of a lifetime. We've got Sith Lord 09, who's happily, we got Sith Lord on attack and Richie Rich on defense. Let's see their strats. Sith Lord going his classic main and Richie Rich going the only main on defense. Everyone seems to be locked in, ready to go. Decisions are good. Let's see how this goes. Well, we're spawning in now. We'd appear to have Sith Lord here.
10 seconds remaining.
Droning right now.
5 seconds left before insertion.
What's this? Richie Rich choosing the most risky room for solo defense, but we'll see how this goes. Seems to be running with the only one that you can run on this game. He seems to be reinforcing the two walls that he believes are going to provide him the most cover. If he thinks false, or if he is false, then he will die a horrible death. So let's switch back over to my boy Sith Lord over here. Seems to be finding this side of the map very fun, taking it nice and slow, you know, taking a stroll. Very autistic indeed. Now if we just take a quick focus, he seems to be using the C7E with the USP-40. Interesting choice. I've never seen it before. We switch back to Richie. He seems to be running with the 9x19 VSN and the PMM. Of course, he's going to go deployable shield because what else do you use on that character? We go back to Sith Lord. He appears to have just found his drone. Is he going to pick it up? Yes, he is. Now he's going to start making his approach. Let's switch to the first person point of view. He's holding a breach charge in the middle of the soccer field. Now we switch back to Richie. He seems to be smoking some weed as Tachanka. It's a very good strat here. All right, he's gonna shoot the weed because this is how you pick weed inside of Africa. I mean South America. Richard hears the explosion, doesn't care. He's too high to even worry about it. We switch back to Sith Lord. That breach charge was just a distraction to pull Richie out, but it doesn't matter because Richie's still getting high. Richie's now on the move, staring at the Brazilian flag and wondering why the frick it's green. He does not like it because he's Russian. We switch back to Sith Lord. He is making an approach now. Very slow, laggy approach. He sees a blinking light. What is he going to do? He's going to get in the bed and teabag because that's what you do as Jackal. We switch back to Tachanka. He seems to be making the glory hole, or the Tachanka hole. Nothing really going on here. Oh, Richie's going to choose to peek. Richie makes a peek and uses his own hole to break it easier. Genius. Pro strats here, guys. Make sure that you're paying attention to this. Switch back to Jaden's point of view. Jaden has no idea where he is, but he sees a lot of fans. He's his number one fan over there. Little does he know he's actually closer than he thinks to Lord Tachanka. You've got Tachanka roaming upstairs, and you've got Jackal on the approach, trying to sniff him out. Tachanka falls back to room and takes his cover. Decides to punch that box because it was fully capitalism. We go back to Sith Lord here. Sith Lord seems to be wondering why the frick there's stairs in the first place and why they're existing. Richie's going to smoke some more weed, getting it laid like women's on Thursday nights. We go back to Sith Lord. Sith Lord appears to be falling back. He's like, yeah, I hear that Tachanka turret. I don't want any part of it. Richie appears to be making a push on red stairs, sees Jackal, opens fire, potatoes, but kills him anyway, aiming straight for the body. Very good tactic. See, the tactic with this is that you aim for the body, and the defenders will be so scared that you'll hit him in the head that they won't even realize that you're shooting him in the body. Very good tactic. Jackal got caught off guard while roaming. Now, round 2's coming up. We've got Richie Rich on defense and Sith Lord, Richie Rich on attack and Sith Lord on defense. You've got the one, the only, the nerf, and you've got frickin' Mercy. Alright, so with this going on, we shall see how Mr. Sith Lord sets up his defense. Seems to have chosen the best room for defense, in my opinion. This is a very good room you can set up for because it's very simple to defend. All you have to do is hold one angle on one door each. But since it's only a 1v1 in this case, it's going to be pretty difficult for him to hold all angles. So what's he going to do? He's going to block off all the angles, and he's probably just going to choose one to hold off. We switch back to Blackbeard here. Blackbeard just spawned in and he decides to look at the fireworks because he's still high from the weeds last round. He's also using ACOG, which I prefer using reflex on that gun. But the reason why he liked using ACOG is because, yeah, you can see him shaking his head no because he knows what I'm saying, even though... Wait, is he tapping in? Is he really tapping? Report toxic behavior. He's tapping into my mic. He knows exactly where Sith Lord is because of these callouts. Jaden appears to be wondering why the walls are all decorated with green and sexy frickin' women that are covered by beer bottles. Oh yeah, look at that Jew. Alright, so now we go back to Richie. Richie appears to be back to the weed already. Look at him. He's back to the weed, and yeah, I'll let him do him. Jaden heard his gunshots. He's gonna stare at the wall in response. Genius. Genius. Richie Rich is gonna be making his drone approach, but he's not going to actually be droning. Richie decides to take the stairs. He sees the luscious lips and he wishes he could have a girlfriend with that white of teeth. Instead, he has this black teeth frickin' hillbilly. I'll leave him at that. He's salty. We go back to Jaden. Jaden seems to have placed the world's best deployable shield in the middle of the objective room. Facing sideways. He's going to take cover in a room and wait a little bit. In the meantime... Oh! Will he make a move? It'd be a pretty devastating move, as a matter of fact. Very devastating indeed on this moment in time specifically.
Fuck.
Richie making an approach back outside. Deciding to fall back and get some fruits. Get some energy. Richie moving underneath. Making a good call. Jaden completely confused by what I just said, and he is now climbing on top of the bed. Richie coming up green stairs. Going back into weed room. Will he use his shield? He will not. Jaden hears him break the wall, but decides to, you know, not worry about it. Richie Rich decides to take a better approach and blow something up. Jaden is going to respond to this in complete chaos. Oh, did he see him on the right there? We don't know. Does Richie see him on the left? Oh, Richie pulls shots! Jaden opens fire, and Richie Rich hits him in the neck to get the body again, to scare Jaden. Jaden decided to shoot him with his shotgun at that range to, you know, get him warmed up. Jaden's a diamond. We all know this. Jaden's a real good diamond. So he's probably just toying with Richie by this point. Richie's only a plat 1. Freaking loser. So we'll see how Jaden pulls this through. 20 seconds till time, and neither of them have picked a character. Richie going with the reason this game is dead. And what will Jaden do? Jaden's gonna go with the other reason. Fuck this game. It's literally Ash and Caveira. Like, literally.
Attackers need to locate the biohazard container. 10 seconds left.
What, are you afraid she's gonna interrogate you? I mean, looks like Richie Rich is gonna go with the strategy of hiding and wait for him to go to objective room. Richie Rich is going to... Can he break the basket and get on top? Will he do it? He will. He is now a laundry machine, and this call-out is literally not going to screw him over. Richie Rich is now a laundry machine, and he is never going to move because he's a laundry machine Caveira. We switch to Jaden's point of view. Jaden is scared to even think about shooting a window. Seems to be hesitating. A little bit. A lot, actually. He seems to be trying to quick-scope the window, see if he can get that perfect shot so he doesn't miss the giant, you know, wooden barricade 3 feet from him. Alright, let's see if he hits it. Whenever he shoots... Oh! And... Oh my gosh, and he hits it! Oh my gosh, this diamond is diamond for a reason. We switched back to Richie. Richie seems to be on his drone camera. Still a No, he's actually not a washer machine. Now he's an armory locker. A moving armory locker. Richie's on the move. Richie goes for the peek, and he's going to catch Ash off guard. And Ash is going to be taken down by Caveira with the slowest trigger finger I've ever seen on Caveira's pistol. Good job to Caveira here. Now let's see, Ash seems to be, Sith Lord seems to be making a very bad approach. Will he win this, or will he get flawless? We shall see. 20 seconds into, 4th round, and Richie Rich has taken the lead by 3. Richie Rich is going to literally pick Ash because he's salty that Ash didn't win last round. Even though he was against Ash. What is Jaden going to do? Jaden's going to go the only counter to Ash. Pulse. Close enough.
He can't encounter me.
You've got literally Ash, the one that doesn't have a head, and Pulse, the one that has such big and shiny head because he's bald. Now, let's see. Jaden has chosen one of the worst rooms to defend with this character. He seems to be pulsing everything around him. What's he gonna do here, boys? What's he gonna do? He's got he's using the Mausic, which is a pretty nice one. He's gonna reinforce Hatch like a pro. Switch back to Richie over here. Richie seems to be making an Ash approach. The average, you know, I see a door, I'm gonna run in it and frickin' blast some Adventure Time theme music in my ear. We switch back to Jaden. Is Jaden going to be ready for this Ash rush? We will not find out until the next episode. And by that I mean Richie Rich is literally right next to him and rushing the room right now. And how's Jaden gonna respond? Chuck a C4. He didn't get him. Richie Rich still on the stairs. Fooled him with that one. Richie Rich chucking flashbangs, getting ready to push in. Oh, 1v1 of the century. Richie Rich decides to go cheap as crap and shoot even after knifing 3 times. Now, if we see here, we seem to be having some technical difficulties. It appears as if they're communicating. Jaden might be straight up throwing so Richie could win the cash. Now, we're not sure, but we will get the security on it after this game. Round 5, 20 seconds. Richie Rich going Valkyrie because he's a strong Valk main, as we've seen in Operation Dustline. He was the only diamond Valk main in a planet. In the planet. Not on, because only platinums go on the planet. He is in the planet. Jaden going hard. Recruit for the win. Richie Rich switching to Legion last second, thinking he can get some Chinese luck. He's actually freaking American, so he's going to get some sucky lucky. Now, if we go over to Richie, look at his defense strat. He normally is really good with his defense strat. He decided to go Armory, which is not surprising with Richie Rich's gameplay. He decides to straight up throw his Legion Trap on top of the secure objective. That's the best way to stop them from securing it, is throwing the Legion Traps literally in the wall. Richie Rich going into the strip club, realizing how freaking hot that ass is, and deciding to shoot all of the fans. All of them, like every single one. He's got a goo trap ready. What will he do? He's gonna throw it on the same objective. Switch back to Jaden here. Jaden's going to running with a strong smoke grenade recruit. Will he know that the objective's on the other side of the wall next to him?
Defender is approaching a kill.
Richie's making a peek inside of the strip club, realizing how hot it is, and he's gonna leave anyway. He's making a strong peek right outside, close to Jaden. Will he make the peek? No, he's gonna Legion trap the motorcycle, because that's the way to go. He's a diamond, guys. He knows what he's doing. Jaden now making a move, looking inside of a vent, wondering if that's the way to go. Richie runs outside, right next to Jaden, staring at him, and doesn't shoot him. Jaden is still laying down, staring at the wall. Doesn't realize that Richie literally just peeked around that corner and broke into the barricade to his left. Richie Rich making another peek on his right. Is he going to kill him or not? Richie's on a hard right for Jaden. Richie Rich is getting hesitant on peeking, decides to fall back to strip club. As a matter of fact, to red room. Now, if Jaden was the average, you know, bronze 1. Oh! Jaden making a move up the side of the building. Richie Rich seeing him and shooting and damaging him. Jaden decides to chuck a grenade at his feet. Doesn't die, but, you know, close enough. Switch back to Richie. Richie running around for a juke, throwing a Legion trap at the floor, making sure that he can get as much damage off of him as he can. Jaden appearing to have every form of human communication obliterated because of how trash his gun is. We go to the aerial view now. As you can see, they're close, but they don't realize how close. Now, it's going to be a close game here. You've got 7 minutes 48 seconds on the clock. And Jaden seems like he wants to play the patience game. As in, he's going to literally stare at this weed and wait. We go to Richie Rich. Richie Rich is still peeking the same area. Maybe throwing a few Legion traps on the roof, because that might help him. Now, Jaden is still not moving. He's very confident in his not peek. Maybe Richie Rich will make a move? He will not. He's gonna... Oh, maybe... Richie decides to push red stairs? No, he decides to look back outside. Richie peeking strong. He's very hesitant about him coming in that way, so he's throwing 2 lesion traps on the same door. Jaden hasn't moved an inch the entire game. And maybe this is his strategy. He waits for Richard to come up the stairs, he's gonna kill him. But Richie Rich is too busy running outside over and over again to realize that he's probably AFK in weed room. He's actually AFK in weed room. And Richie Rich is not gonna do anything about it. He doesn't have any impact. What's he gonna do against a shield op that strong? What's he gonna do? Richie, James, oh! Richie gets the flick! The flick of a lifetime on this guy. Look at this kill. This is intense. He bags to make him think he's friendly. Jaden wants the free kill. And Richie just says, no, get flicked on. Eat Wiener 2013. Now, literally, we need to focus on one thing. It's match point, round 6. Final round if Richie Rich wins this. Now, this is going to be some intense gameplay right here because Richie Rich is probably not going to go his main. Jaden's going to leave out of rage, and the round's going to start. The round goes to Richie. Congratulations, Richie, for going Thatcher and winning the game. How does this make you feel? Do you mind joining me for an interview?
Oh my god.
How does it feel to have won all this cash?
I feel amazing.
All right, now tell me, what were you feeling there? What were you feeling in this intense moment of gameplay?
You know, I felt a little tense when he was outside on that shield op, so told my grandma flip that lag switch and
I see.
In the bag.
Now, in the beginning, I saw you looking at those fireworks. Were you in awe or were you angry?
Oh, well, really, I've been eating a cheeseburger, so my thumbsticks were pretty greasy, so I was wiping them off with my t-shirt, and that's why I was looking at the sky.
Lovely strategy, lovely strategy. Now, tell me, one last thing. Whenever you were in that last round with that flick, please tell me, what was going through your head?
Does he have a nitro though?
I see. Now, and I know since you're a diamond, you know this, that shield ops can't get C4s, but that's fine because, you know, you're a pro and you probably know more about this game than I do. So please, do you have anything you want to share with your fans? Or any facts you want to share?
Buy my merch, and that if you're a copper 4, I hate you, and subscribe.
Thank you for joining us in this interview. This was sponsored by
Mountain Dew.
No, not Mountain Dew, because they're not actually sponsoring. By
Mountain Dew.
Rich KP4L787. Thank you for sponsoring. And yeah, this was also paid for. My internet costing that much money. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Good luck. And Richie, thank you for joining us today in this very intense 1v1.
Hentai porn.